At 9:49 p.m., everything was normal on the Deepwater Horizon. At 9:50 p.m., the ocean floor exploded in silence. No warning siren that could prepare the crew, no final correction that could stop what was already in motion, just a sudden violent surge of pressure rising from nearly 5 kilometers beneath the Gulf of Mexico, like the Earth itself had finally snapped. The Deepwater Horizon wasn't supposed to fail. It was a floating fortress of modern engineering, protected by layers of redundancy so complex that engineers believed a disaster was nearly impossible. 11 safety systems stood between the well and catastrophe, each one designed to catch the failure of the other. But that night, they all failed in sequence. Hours earlier, subtle pressure anomalies had already appeared during drilling operations at the Macondo well. The readings weren't extreme enough to force a shutdown. Some engineers flagged concerns, others trusted the system. A critical decision was made to proceed. That decision would echo through the entire Gulf. Deep below the seabed, natural gas began pushing upward with increasing force. Mud, used to stabilize the well, was displaced. Pressure control systems began to lose balance. Then, in a matter of seconds, the situation crossed a threshold that no one on the surface fully understood yet. A violent kick of pressurized gas surged through the drill column. Then came the explosion. Fire tore across the rig in a chain reaction of steel, fuel, and heat. Emergency systems activated, but too slowly and too late. The blowout preventer, the final mechanical barrier designed to seal the well, attempted to shut the system down. It failed to complete the seal. That single failure changed everything. Within moments, the Deepwater Horizon was no longer a drilling platform. It was a burning structure drifting in a sea that was now being poisoned from below. Crew members scrambled through smoke and collapsing corridors. Some escaped into lifeboats, others were caught in the firestorm. And beneath it all, something far worse was happening. Oil and gas were now flowing freely from the broken well, unchecked, unstoppable, and invisible from the surface. When the rig finally collapsed into the Gulf, the real disaster began. For 87 days, millions of gallons of crude oil continued to pour into the ocean. Satellite images revealed a spreading black mass, growing wider every day. Coastlines turned toxic, marine ecosystems collapsed in slow motion. Entire fishing economies disappeared almost overnight. And investigators were left with one haunting question. How does a system designed with 11 layers of protection still fail completely? The answer was not a single broken part. It was a chain of small decisions, ignored warnings, and assumptions that the system would hold right until the moment it didn't. And by then, it was already too late to stop the ocean from bleeding.